Jen here. So today we're going to make some laundry room decor. So I found these really cute signs at the Dollar Tree. And so we're going to use the back of the sign. And then I printed off from Google just some cute little sayings for the signs. So I have those signs there. I picked up 3 of these type of signs. I don't know if I'll use them all, but I did pick up 3 of them. And then I also have this, oh no, where'd it go? It's one of those large USA signs. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so this is the other sign we're going to use. It's just a rectangular sign. We're going to use the back. So, and I printed off some laundry here. So that's what we're going to do with this project. Alright guys, so we're going to start on this laundry room sign. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the hanger. These are stapled in here. Which is not usually what Dollar Tree does, so, oh no, okay. I'll have to work on that one. Alright, I want to make sure I showed you. I just put a little screwdriver under here and popped that out, and then we'll pull it out with our pliers. So it wasn't too bad. Alright, next we're going to remove our sticker carefully. And then we're going to paint. So I love the color Nimbus. It's a Waverly chalk paint. It is white, but it has like a hint of gray / purple. So I really like this color, which works out because I'm out of white right now. So, but I love this color. So we're gonna paint. Ah, that's way too much. Give this a nice good coat, although this is a crazy amount, so we're going to wipe some of it back in here. But we're just going to give this a nice even coat of the Nimbus. I'm going to do the edges as well. And my chalk paint is covering up my staple holes, which is good. So we definitely won't have to do 2 coats because this is on here rather thick. It's my fault. But that's okay. Alright, we're going to let this dry. And I'm also going to do my second one. So I'm going to do 2 of these with exactly the same color. Right now I'm just getting my brush strokes out. Alright, we're going to do the second one. Okay, so we are going to put some butcher paper on the back of this sign to cover up all this glitter, which was perfect for if you're going to make this as a gift, or if you're going to hang it on a door that has maybe a clear, like a screen door or something. So this is Mod Podge, and this is just whatever I had on my stash. So this happens to be gloss. Dollar Tree does carry Mod Podge. I just happen to have a big jar here. So we're going to cover this with Mod Podge, and then I've got the craft paper roll from Dollar Tree. And we're going to just stick our sign on here. Now, I want to be really careful that I don't get the Mod Podge on the sign because, like I said, it's gloss, so my chalk paint is matte. And then we will let this dry. And make sure I get really careful on those edges, and we're going to trim it with an exacto knife. So right now, I am just going to trim off some excess paper so that I can work with this a little better. So I've already done one sign, and so I'm going to kind of show you how that turned out. So there's the first sign here. We've already got the laundry room sign on there. So the next one I'm going to do is this So Fresh and So Clean. So the easiest way to do this is you print something off the internet. Actually, just Googled laundry room signs, and these both came up. So let's see here. So you take a pencil and you color on the back over the letters. And I love these big fat kindergarten pencils because they have a lot of lead on them. Then you want to put your words down, and you're going to take another pencil and you're going to trace it. So you're going to go over all the letters. And what it's going to do is leave that pencil that you put on the back is going to come through. And I have used this method in some other crafts too. But you can see it just leaves us a real light stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, clean up my Mod Podge, and I will show you how to do the paint marker. Okay, so I am done painting the stencil, and it turned out really cute. For the So Fresh and the So Clean, I used the painter's paint pen, and for the "and," I just used a fine line Sharpie because the letters were thinner. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim off the paper, the butcher paper from the first one that we did, and I'm just going to use my exacto knife or my box cutter to trim off the edges. And I'm kind of like putting it towards an angle, an angle into the frame, just to make sure that I'm cutting all that extra paper off. Okay, so I have my big USA sign that we're going to use for the big laundry room sign. I took the string off and I filled the nail holes with the spackling from Dollar Tree. And next I'm going to try and take the hairdryer to this tag and see if we can't get a cleaner release. So I'm going to do that and come back. Okay, while I'm waiting on my spackling to dry, I'm going to go ahead and cover the back of this with that brown paper. get out my Mod Podge, which has Mod Podge dripping down the side. It's all over my hands now. And we're going to cover all of this glitter with Mod Podge. Whoa! Well, that was silly. I was dipping my brush in there. I didn't want to get glitter in the Mod Podge. I dumped it, and now I've got a mess. It's a chunk. Okay. Trying to wipe some of this off. Okay. I'm actually going to cut another piece of paper because that one is so messy. Alright, so we're going to let this dry. Okay, so now we're going to paint this the same color that we painted the other one. So this is the Nimbus with the lavender. So I'm going to give this a nice good coat, and then we'll dry brush the lavender on. You can see that spackling really covers up those nail holes. The good thing about putting the paper on here is that you have a place to put your hands. And also, doing it beforehand keeps you from getting the Mod Podge onto your chalk paint when it's all dry, because it is a different gloss. The chalk paint is very matte, whereas at least the one I'm using anyway, is gloss. Okay, I'm going to get my brush strokes out of here. And I'm going to do the edge of this actually. So I'll go back over and get my brush strokes off again. So we'll let this dry before we put the dry brush lavender on. I'm just going to get my brush strokes out again. Okay, we will let this dry. And then we will add in our lavender, the same way we did the other signs. Okay, so this is actually like almost dry, and of course I touched it right there, so at the end I'll sand that out. But so now we're going to dry brush this. So I've got my paintbrush here. It's actually got a little bit wet with water from rinsing it out, but I'm just going to dip in here. And then I want to go this direction because that's the direction my other ones go. And so I don't want too much on here. I'll start on the edges. And I will sand some of this off as well. So okay, and so some of the spots where it's a little heavy, I'm just going to take my sanding sponge and sand it off. I'm not gonna go over here, it's still wet right there, so. But then the next thing to do is to put our letters on. Okay, so I want to try something different here. So I have this extra spare sign that's the same shape as the other ones. So what I'm thinking is putting in some little decorative elements. I'm just going to line this up a little bit. And with my pencil, I'm going to trace that and then the line. And then do the same thing down at the bottom. So I'm just going to line this up. Just to give it the same type of pattern that are on the other ones. I'm really just kind of eyeballing it. I could get out my level, make sure everything's good, but, you know. I think everything was lining up okay. Okay. So now I'm ready to put my letters on the same way I did the other ones. So I have my laundry sign, and then I have this wash, dry, fold, repeat that I'm going to put in here too. So we're going to color on the back and then trace it and then use the paint marker, and then we'll be finished. Okay, so these are all finished. This one turned out really cute. I think putting that edge around was the perfect idea, and this just really turned out super sweet. I cannot wait to hang these three in my new house. So one of my favorite hangers I like to use are the 3M Velcro strips, and so that's what I will use to hang these up in my new laundry room. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Again, these really turned out cute. Until next time, keep crafting.